prove ourselves.
I don't want this for me. I want this for my team.
To be a National President's Cup champion, there's no better feeling.
Welcome to the 2024 Maryland President's Cup Draw. My name is Brad Roos, and I am again honored to serve as the Cup Director for this year's competition. We are coming to you live from the Focal Point Studio in Owens Mills, Maryland. I would like to thank all of the coaches, the managers, the families, and especially the players for attending today's draw. Many people are responsible for assisting with the Maryland Cups each year, including MSYSA board members, staff, and a countless number of volunteers. Please let the MSYSA office know if you would like to assist at any point during the competition. Now let's meet some of the board members and staff who are helping with today's production of this draw. Our online support is being done by Sean Fleming and Bob Shannon, who will be putting together the brackets. Social media from our home in Virginia will be Bree Nardone. And then helping with the actual draw tonight will be Carrie Brimmer, Jessica Hafer, and Robert Perkey. And again, as always, I really want to thank Marty Jenoff and his staff for the production of this outstanding program tonight. Now, 2023 saw Maryland Youth Soccer send 19 teams to the Eastern President's Cup Regional Tournament in Pennsylvania. We had 2 regional champions and 2 regional finalists, and 4 teams advanced to the national championships in Wichita, Kansas. 2024 looks to be just as successful, as we have the most teams ever registered, with over 160 teams competing for the 17 championships. And I do want to point out, for the first time ever, we are having play-in games on April the 6th for the 15U and the 17U boys. So please pay particular attention to that as the program moves along. Now, 2024, we have some President Cup changes. So before we begin the informational part of the program, I thought that I would highlight the 5 most important changes and reminders concerning the President's Cup competition. I will speak in more detail later in the program concerning these 5 items, but it would be important, if you are a coach or a manager, to write down these items. First off, the regional tournament dates are June 14th through June 18th in West Virginia. All teams that are entering this competition should be prepared to attend if they qualify by making sure your parents and players have the dates already on their calendars. All teams that win the Maryland Championship, and depending on availability of wildcards, runner-up teams will be expected to attend. This has been an issue in the past, but I am so happy to report that all teams that qualified last year did attend the regional tournament. You will see later that there is a significant fine associated for a team that does not attend. If you already know that your team is unable to attend in June, you must let me know immediately so I can drop your team from our President's Cup competition. Secondly, for age groups with 8 or more teams in it, we have been able to bring back the round robin for the quarterfinal round. Having the ability to provide the round robin format was something that the teams had overwhelmingly asked for in previous surveys. For age groups with less than 8 teams, it will continue completely as a single elimination tournament. 3rd. Referee fees will no longer be paid in cash at the game site. Teams will be billed through their GOT Sport President Cup accounts like the additional game fees, due by Thursday before the weekend matches. All teams, including the Central Pay clubs, will be required to pay this amount each week since we are paying the referees immediately after the matches. The 4th item, please pay close attention to the roster freeze dates for all teams. The boys team's freeze date is upcoming quickly on Wednesday, April 3rd. And as a final reminder, all players and bench personnel must have their cards laminated and present at each match. This has been an issue at some of the State Cup play-in matches that I want to avoid in our President's Cup upcoming matches. As I've already discussed, the quarterfinal round will be round robin for age groups with 8 or more teams. All other rounds, including play-in for 15U and 17U boys, the round of 16, the semifinal, and the finals will remain as single elimination. Now I'd like to take a look at the State Cup dates upcoming. Here is a list of this year's President's Cup dates, which have been available since December. It is really important as we complete the draw tonight that you make a note of dates that your team will be required to play matches on. And as we look and go through here for the remainder of the Cup of dates, please note that with the exception of the play-in, the quarterfinal round, and finals, all matches will be played on Sundays. The quarterfinal matches will be played on both Saturday and Sunday during those weekends. This is very important. This will allow, by scheduling the games on primarily Sundays, this will allow teams to schedule their league matches on opposite days to avoid any conflicts that could lead to a league cancellation. In addition, please pay close attention to when scheduling considerations are due online at the MSYSA website, which is at www.msysa.org. You will need to go to Tournaments, then President's Cup, to find the scheduling consideration link. As I said earlier, the Eastern Regional Tournament will be held in West Virginia, June 14th through 18th. As I also mentioned earlier, all teams should alert their parents to these dates immediately in case your team qualifies. As you can see, there is a very large fine if a team qualifies but does not attend. The national championships will again be held in Wichita, Kansas. I attended last year and they provided an outstanding event. Now let's look at the highlights from our state championships here in Maryland last year.
Felt so much excitement, and we were just like, oh my gosh, like we made it. We made our club proud, we made history, and we did it. It was amazing. It was a great experience.
I chose this event because I thought it was the next step for the team, a bigger competition, and I think we can keep developing as we keep getting challenging, and we're looking forward for even bigger challenges going into regionals.
You're representing the state of Maryland, which is really cool. And hopefully you'll continue this quest on to the national, but regionals is a big deal, and we're really proud of you.
Welcome back. It was awesome seeing some of those cup finals from last year at the Soccerplex. As many of you know, Maryland is one of the strongest states in the country as far as soccer is concerned, and it was great to see our players at that facility last year. Now let's continue. A big change this year is that all fees, including referee and additional games, will be paid online in your Godsport team account where you registered for President's Cup. No longer will referee fees be collected in cash at the fields before the matches. I know many of you are probably happy about that. Your registration fee includes the first game payment, with each additional game that a team plays after that initial match costing $225, which covers field fees, trainers, infrastructure, and staff. All payments are due no later than the Thursday before the weekend matches. All teams, including Central Pay clubs, are required to pay the referee fees each week. Here are the referee fees for this year per team. For 11 and 12U, it's $90 per team per game. For 13U and 14U, $95 per team per game. 15U and 16U, $105 per team per game, and 17U through 19U is $110 per team. Now let's cover a couple of items that I want to highlight regarding cup procedures. As I said previously, the registration fee includes the first game payment. Each additional game payment costs $225 after the initial match, with the exception of Central Pay clubs who will be billed at the end of the cup competition for the registration fees and additional games. Also, as I said earlier, please pay particular attention to the closing dates to submit conflicts for each round online. This year, the check-in procedure is going to be a little different. The rosters will already be on the match card that will be provided at the game site. Only players who appear on the match card can participate in the game. No players may be added under any circumstance. Only the team manager or representative needs to check in at the headquarters tent 1 hour prior to the match starting time. The home team will still serve as the field marshal and will provide 3 game balls for each match. But this year, the referees will check in all players and bench personnel on the field prior to the beginning of the match. Also new this year, and I probably should have listed this item at the beginning of the presentation. Because the referees will be checking in the players, any player who is late for the start of a match will not be allowed to check in until halftime. They will not be permitted to participate in the first half. Any player who arrives after the second half has begun will not be permitted to participate in the match. And as I said, this is due to the fact that the referees are the only ones allowed to check players in. Teams are not. The cards of any players who are not participating in the match must be left at the headquarters tent and picked up at the completion of the game. Maryland runner-up teams have the possibility of receiving a wild card to qualify for the regional tournament. These should be announced somewhere around April 17th. As I said earlier, all runner-ups should be prepared to attend regionals if given the opportunity. I will contact all of the teams around April 17th to let them know if their age group has received a wild card, and both the champion and the finalist will advance. Also, any player or coach red carded from their last cup match that they participated in must sit out the first cup game of this year. This includes State President's Cup, regional, and national competition. Please check the list that is currently on the MSYSA website under President's Cup. As was the case last year, players sent off will remain on the bench unless deemed by the referee to be an issue, in which case they will be removed by the MSYSA representative. Suspended players can be present at the match, but cannot be in uniform and must stand on the spectator side. Any team personnel, which includes coaches, managers, and/or spectators, are not permitted to be at the game site when they are on suspension. And again, we're going to take a short break at this time and watch the video from the East Regional Tournament from last year in Pennsylvania. You will see in this video that Bethesda was one of the teams that won their age group last year, and one of their highlight goals is in this video. Welcome back. Now let's look at a couple of reminders about several of the MSYSA President Cup rules. If a player is suspected of suffering a head injury, the referee will instruct the player to leave the field. If a player receives clearance from the on-site trainer, they may re-enter the match. But if they are not cleared, they must have a note on doctor's letterhead before they can compete in any additional cup match. Just a reminder that players from National League Pro, EDP National Conference Division I, National League Showcase, or the E64 League are not eligible on President Cup rosters. Teams can add Club Pass players as long as they are not on any other State Cup or President's Cup roster. And again, teams and players can only participate in one cup competition. At the two sites that we use, which is the Soccerplex and Liberty Park, the winning team submits the match report from the referee to the State Cup representative after the game, after they receive the match card from the referee. Players on approved rosters, but not on game roster, can be on the team bench, but not in uniform. Again, the only exception to that is a suspended player is not allowed on the bench. The home team will wear lighter colored jersey and socks. The visiting team wears contrasting darker colored jersey and socks. If there is a conflict using this formula, then the home team must change. It would be better if both teams brought all of their uniforms to the match. and especially at the beginning of the Cup competition when the weather still has a possibility of being cold. If players plan on wearing leggings and or undershirts, simplified, the home team wears white and the visiting team wears either black or the solid color of their uniform shirt and shorts. All games this year that are tied will play full overtime periods to conclusion, and if still tied, then penalty kicks from the mark if needed. The only exception is the round-robin quarterfinals where ties are permitted. And in all President's Cup age groups, substitutions are unlimited for all age groups. No alcoholic beverages, smoking, or pets are permitted at any game site. And in the final games, an awards presentation will be held at the conclusion of each championship match, and both teams are required to attend. The state will retain perpetual trophies, teams will be presented medals, and a coaching plaque. And now let's take a second to talk a little bit about the rosters, the official President's Cup roster. Please pay particular close attention to the cloning date and to the freeze date. So the President's Cup competition is a three-part competition that begins in the state, then advances to the regional tournament, and concludes at the national championship. In regards to roster freeze dates, the freeze date for all 11U through 18U boys teams will be April 3rd, and all girls roster freeze date will be on April the 10th. As you can see here though, remember the cloning date for the boys will be March 27th, and the cloning date for the girls will be April 3rd. As was the case last year, the President Cup rosters will be cloned by the state registrar from your 2023-2024 MSYSA official travel roster. Please contact your club administrator to confirm that your official roster is correct. Only primary players are cloned to the President Cup roster, but can add club pass players as long as that player does not appear on any other Cup roster. Total maximum roster for 13U through 19U is 22 players, which 18 players would play in a particular match. 11U and 12U maximum is 16 players. It is extremely important, as I've said earlier, to note your cloning and freeze dates for your final rosters. Teams will again need to submit a support ticket so that we can accurately track rosters when your team is ready for approval or if you have a need to submit questions concerning the process. Jessica Hafer, the MSYSA registrar, will assist with the Cup roster process. Again this year, MSYSA is providing the opportunity for businesses to become Cup sponsors. This is the largest competition that includes just Maryland and the District of Columbia teams. The direct audience footprint is impressive for businesses, with a connection to Maryland and DC to reach over 400 teams, 6,000 players, 2,500 officials, and 20,000 spectators. There are two categories for sponsorship: principal name sponsor or individual round sponsor. The benefits include, but not limited to, advertisement of logo on all MSYSA Cup websites and social media, corporate name used in signage and in printed material, setting up a booth at fields or headquarters where matches are played, signage at Cup fields, and access to Cup social media sites. And the one benefit that I like the most, sponsors' name on awards and champion t-shirts for players to wear at the regional tournament. For more information, please contact me and I will provide you with additional information. Now, before we begin the draw, let's look at the opening video from the National Championships in Wichita last year. As someone who has coached teams that have won national championships, I know the journey through state, regional, and national competition is an unbelievable experience. And remember, it all begins in Maryland. Now let's get into the main portion of the program that everyone has been waiting for, the individual age group draws. Please remember that there is a possibility of one seeded team from the previous year. The runner-up, since the champion had to move up to the state cup competition by rule. In order to be seeded, the team must have at least 9 returning players to their official travel roster from last year's President's Cup roster. And now we're going to begin with the individual age groups. This year, for the first time, we offered the President's Cup for 11U girls and 11U boys. Unfortunately, we only had one team that registered for the girls, so they will not be having this year a competition. But we do expect the 11U program for both President's Cup and State Cup to really start expanding in the future, and we're very excited about it. Now let's go to the 11U boys. There are 4 teams in this age group, no seeded teams since it is a brand new group. And now let's go and do the draw.
So first is going to be Bethesda Academy 2, 2013. And number 2 is going to be Baltimore Celtic 2013B, Green North Ramos. Number 3 is going to be Coppermine SC Boys 2013 Silver. And 4th is Hartford FC United 2013 Boys Premier.
So as you can see, for the 11U boys with the 4 teams, they will begin in the semifinals on Sunday, May 19th at the Soccerplex. The winners of those 2 semifinal matches will then advance to the finals on Saturday, June 1st. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket. As you can see, in the semifinals, Bethesda Academy 2 will play against HFC United Boys Premier. And in the other semifinal, Baltimore Celtic Green North will play against Coppermine Boys Silver. And we wish the best of luck to those teams. Now we advance to the 12U girls. And we have 9 teams this year in that age group. Again, no seeded teams since they did not have an age group last year.
Seed 1 is the Player Progression Academy 2012 Green Girls. Seed 2 is Greater Severna Park 12G Green. Seed 3 is DC Soccer Club Blue Metros 12G. Seed 4 is St. Mary's Soccer 2012 Girls Premier. Seed 5 is SAC Girls 2012 Premier Blue. Seed 6 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club Select 12G. Seed 7 is Montgomery Soccer MSI 2012 Girls Gold. Seed 8 is Copper Mine Soccer Club Girls 2012 Prix E64. And Seed 9 is FC Charles 1658 FC Charles 12 Girls Red.
So that concludes the 12U girls draw. Please note that the 8th and 9th seeds will play each other on Sunday, April 14th at the Soccerplex. The other 7 teams will advance to the quarterfinal round robin on the weekend of Saturday, April 20th and Sunday, April 21st. You will play 1 game on one of those days and 2 games on the other. So you play all 3 games that weekend. So you'll need to make sure that that weekend is completely free of any league games. And now let's take a look at the bracket. So as you can see, Copper Mine Prix E64 and FC Charles Red will play on Sunday, April the 14th. All other teams, that's PPA, St. Mary's Soccer Girls Premier, and SAC Girls Premier Blue, along with the winner of Copper Mine and FC Charles, will be on one side of the round robin and will play each other. On the other side will be Severna Park Green, MSI Gold, DC Soccer Blue Metros, and Baltimore Union Select, which will again play each other in the round robin. And now let's take a look at the 12U boys. In this particular age group, there are 13 teams. And again, there are no teams that are seeded. So now we go to the 12U boys draw.
Seed 1, what's a big piece of paper, is Bethesda Academy 3, 2012. Seed 2 is Montgomery Soccer MSI 2012 Boys Gold. Seed 3 is the Player Progression Academy, PPA 2012 Green Boys. Seed 4 is Juventus Academy, DC Metro, 2012 Boys Academy. Seed 5 is Tacoma Park Soccer Club, Tacoma Park Friends United 2012. Seed 6 is Potomac Soccer Association, Prix ECNL 212B. Seed 7 is Paragon Football Academy, Paragon Football Academy 12B Elite. Seed number 8 is Liverpool FC International Academy Maryland 2012 Boys. Seed number 9 is DC Soccer Club, Blue Metros 12. Seed number 10 is Montgomery Soccer, MSI 2012 Boys Silver. Seed number 11, Shore FC, Black 2012 Boys. Seed 12 is SAC Boys 2012 Premier Blue. And seed number 13 is Touch Kings Football Club, Touch Kings 2012 Elite.
And that concludes the 12U boys draw. Please note that the seeds 4 through 13, their first match will be on Sunday, April 7th at the Soccerplex. Now, I will probably repeat this several times tonight, but the schedule for April 6th and April 7th will be online on the website tomorrow by late afternoon, since those matches are coming up pretty quickly. So again, now let's look at the bracket for the 12U boys. And again, as you can see, Liverpool Central will play DC Blue Metros. Juventus Academy will play against Touch Kings. Tacoma Park Friends will play against Premier Blue. Also on April 7th will be Paragon Academy Elite versus MSI Boys Silver. And in the final round of 16 game, Potomac Prix ECNL 2 will play against Shore FC Black. Again, those 5 matches will be on Sunday, April 7th at the Soccerplex. The top 3 teams, Bethesda Academy, MSI Boys Gold, and PPA Green Boys, will advance to the quarterfinals on the weekend of May 4th and 5th. And now we'll advance to the 13U girls. In this division, there are 5 teams, so because it is less than 8, they will have a completely single elimination competition. And now let's go to the draw.
Seed 1 is Juventus Academy 2011 Girls. Seed 2 is SAC Girls 2011 Premier Blue. Seed 3 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club Elite 11G. Seed 4 is Copper Mine Soccer Club, Girls 2011, Pre-E64. And seed number 5 is Greater Savannah Park 11G White.
So that concludes the 13U girls draw. Remembering again, Copper Mine will play against Savannah Park on Sunday, April 21st at Liberty Park. The remaining teams, along with the winner of that match, will then advance to the semifinals, also at Liberty Park, on Sunday, May 19th. Again, let's look here at the brackets for the 13U girls. Again, Copper Mine will play Savannah Park on April 21st. The winner of that match on May 19th will play Juventus Girls Academy. In the other semifinal, SAC Girls Premier Blue will play against Baltimore Union Elite. And now let's go to the 13U boys. Here in this particular age group, we have 12 teams. And again, please note that their round of 16 begins on April 7th. And those schedules will be online by tomorrow night. So let's go now to the 13 boys draw.
Seed 1 is FC Charles 11 Boys Red. Seed number 2 is Bethesda Green 2011. Seed number 3 is SAC Boys 2011 Premier Blue. Seed number 4 is St. Mary's Soccer 2012 Boys Premier Red. Seed number 5 is FC Frederick 11B Royal. Seed number 6 is City SC Frederick 11B. Seed number 7 is Browser United Football Club, Browser 11 Blue. Seed number 8 is the Player Progression Academy, PPA 2011 Boys Blue. Seed number 9 is DMV Gandhi's 2011. Seed number 10 is Liverpool FCIA Central Maryland 2011 Boys Red. Seed number 11 is Juventus Academy 2011 Boys Academy. And then seed number 12 is Copper Mine Soccer Club, Copper Mine Boys 2011 Blue.
So that concludes the draw for the 13U boys. As I said previously, seeds 5 through 12 will play on Sunday, April 7th at either the Soccerplex or Liberty Park. The winners of those matches, along with the top 4 seeds, will advance to the quarterfinals on the weekend of May 4th and 5th. So let's look at the bracket. As you can see here, in the round of 16, PPA Blue will play DMV Gaines. In the second matchup, FC Frederick Royal will play against Copper Mine Boys Blue. In the third round of 16 matchup, Brazza Blue will play against Liverpool FCIA Central. And in the last round of 16 game, City SC Frederick will play against Juventus Academy. The winners of those 4 matches, along with SC Charles Red, St. Mary's Soccer, Premier Red, Bethesda Green, and SAC Boys Premier Blue, will advance to the quarterfinals the first weekend in May. And now we're moving on to the 14U girls. Again, unfortunately, this is a division that does not have 8 teams. And since they only have 7, they will play a single elimination tournament throughout, with their first matches on Sunday, April 21st at Liberty Park. So let's go to the draw for these teams.
Seed 1 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Premier 110G. Seed number 2 is Lutherville Timonium Soccer Club, LTSC 2010 Purple. Seed number 3 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Premier 2, 10G. Seed number 4 is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club, Baltimore Celtic 2010, G Green. Seed number 5 is Liverpool FCIA Maryland West 2010, 11 girls. Seed number 6 is Old Line Football Club, OLFC Girls 2010 Black. And seed number 7 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Girls 2010 Pre-E64.
So for the U14 girls, the top seed will have an automatic advancement into the semifinals on Sunday, May 19th at Liberty Park. The other 6 teams will play on Sunday, April 21st. So let's look for a second at the bracket for the matchups. Again, in the quarterfinals on April the 21st, Baltimore Celtic Green will be playing Liverpool FCIA West. In the second quarterfinal, LTSC Purple will play against Coppermine Girls Pre-E64. And in the final quarterfinal matchup, Potomac Premier 2 will play against Old Line Girls Black. The winners of those 3 matches, along with Potomac Premier number 1, will advance to the semifinals. And now we move on to the 14U boys, and we're going to start getting up to some rather large numbers. In this age group, there are 16 teams. All 16 teams will be playing in the round of 16, which will be on Sunday, April 7th at either Liberty Park or Soccerplex. And again, those schedules will be announced by tomorrow night. And now let's go to the draw for the 14U boys.
Seed 1 is Hartford FC United, 2010 Boys Premier. Seed number 2 is Real Elite 2010 Boys White. Seed number 3 is St. Mary's Soccer 2010 Boys Premier. Seed number 4 is FC Frederick. FC Frederick 10B Royal. Seed number 5 is FC Charles 1658. FC Charles 10 Boys Red. Seed number 6 is the Player Progression Academy, PPA 2010 Blue Boys. Seed number 7 is Bethesda Green 2010. Seed number 8 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Boys 2010, Prix E64. Seed number 9 is Liverpool FCIA Central Maryland, 2010, Boys. Seed number 10 is SAC Boys 2010 United Blue. Seed number 11 is FC Millennium International, FC Millennium 2010-11. Seed number 12 is SAC Boys 2010 Premier Blue. Seed number 13 is Arundel Soccer Association, ASA Juventus Elite 2010. Seed number 14 is Touch Kings Football Club, 2010 Elite. Seed number 15 is Juventus Academy, 2010 Boys Academy. And seed number 16 is DC Soccer Club, Blue Metros 10.
So that concludes the draw for the 14U boys. Remember again, all of the 14U boys will be playing on Sunday, April 7th in their first President's Cup match. And now let's look at the brackets and the matchups for April the 7th. HFC United Boys Premier will be playing DC Soccer Club Blue Metros. In the second match, Coppermine Boys Pre E64 will play against Liverpool FCI Central 2010. The third match will be FC Frederick Royal versus ASA Juventus Elite. The fourth match, FC Charles 10 Boys Red versus SAC Boys Premier Blue. On the other side of the bracket, Real Elite White will play against Juventus Academy. Then Bethesda Green will meet up against SAC Boys United Blue. In the 7th round of 16 match, St. Mary's Soccer Boys Premier will play against Touch Kings Football Elite. And in the final match, PPA Boys Blue will play against FC Millennium. And now we're advancing to the 15U girls. In this particular age group, there are 10 teams, but for the first time, we do have a seeded team from last year. The Baltimore Bays will be seeded number 1 and will have a bye into the quarterfinals. The round of 16 will be on Sunday, April 14th at Liberty Park for seeds 7 through 10. And now let's go to the draw for 15 girls.
Seed number 2 is Juventus Academy, 2009 Girls Academy. Seed number 3 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Girls 2009 Prix E64. Seed number 4 is Mount Washington Soccer Club, 2009 Girls Sky. Seed number 5 is Maryland Rush, Southern Maryland Rush, 09G White. Seed number 6 is SAC Girls 2009 Premier Blue. Seed number 7 is Baltimore Celtic Soccer Club 2009 Girls Black West. Seed number 8 is Cecil FC 2009 Girls. Seed number 9 is Liverpool FCIA Central Maryland 2009 10 Girls. And seed number 10 is Pasadena Soccer Club 2009 Girls United.
So that concludes the draw for the 15U girls. Again, seeds 7 through 10, their first match will be on Sunday, April 14th at Liberty Park. Here is the bracket. So again, on April 14th, Cecil FC will play against Liverpool Central FCIA. And the other match on April 14th, it will be Baltimore Celtic Black West versus Pasadena United. The winners of those two games will advance to the quarterfinals on the weekend of April 20th and 21st, along with the Baltimore Bays, Mount Washington Sky, Southern Maryland Rush, Juventus Academy, Coppermine Pre E64, and SAC Premier Blue. Now let's take one final break. Here are the highlights from the National Championships last year in Wichita, Kansas.
Started off a little nervous, a little shaky, but we came out strong. We really wanted it today, and we just came through. The intensity at Nationals is definitely a lot higher. I mean, these teams are the best of the best, and you've got to step up your game. But we've really persevered throughout the season and really just came together as a team on and off the field.
It's really a challenge, but it's exciting because you don't know what to expect. And these girls have done a marvelous job as they adjust on the fly, and they have to be able to adapt to make a lot of changes on the fly. And so far, we've answered all the calls. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm looking forward for the girls to be excited and pumped up and to play.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience that we made it this far. Yeah, we just try to lift each other up all the time, make sure everyone's feeling good and motivated, and then we come out and do what we usually do.
I mean, I've been with these guys for a while, and to make it this far after losing regional finals and then to make it to the national finals for a chance to win it, it's just really special with these guys. I mean, these are some of my best friends. To make it here is something very special.
And welcome back. And now let's complete the remainder of the draw for tonight. The next age group is the 15U boys. This is our largest age group ever for President's Cup with 20 teams. What that means is that 8 teams will play on Saturday, April 6th in a play-in round, which we have never had before at the Soccerplex. The winner of those 4 matches, along with the other remaining teams, will all play on Sunday, April 7th in the round of 16. So now let's go to the draw.
Oh, I like the little. Seed number 1 is Coppermine Soccer Club, Boys 2009, Prix E 64. Seed number 2 is SAC Boys 2009, Premier Bleu. Seed number 3 is Davidsonville Football Club, Davidsonville FC 2009, Gris. Seed number 5 is United Elite Soccer, United Elite White 2009. Seed number 6 is SAC Boys 2009, United Blue. Seed number 7 is Bethesda Green 2009. Seed number 8 is the Player Progression Academy, PPA 2009, Blue Boys. Seed number 9 is Browser Football Club, Browser 09, Blue. Seed number 10 is Arundel Soccer Association, ASA Juventus United 2009. Seed number 11 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Black 09B. Seed number 12 is Liverpool FCIA, Central Maryland 2009 Boys. Seed number 13 is FCUSA Soccer Club, FCUSA 2009 Bombers. Seed number 14 is Elite Football Club, Elite FC 2009 Premier Black. Seed number 15 is DMV Gandis 2009 DMV Gandis. Seed number 16 is DC Soccer Club, DC Soccer Club Blue Metros 09. Seed number 17? I thought it was 16. This should be, okay, is Tacoma Sport for Life Blue 09. That's seed number 16. This should be seed 17. Because there's 20 total, correct? Yeah. So this is going to be 17. This is seed 17, everyone. So seed 17, Montgomery Soccer, MSI 2009, Boys Gold. This is seed number 18. This is FC Frederick 09B Royal. Seed number 19, Juventus Academy 2009 Boys Academy. And seed 20 is Total Football Club 2009 Green.
So that concludes our 15U boys. We will have our accounting firm check the draw again to make sure it is correct. One of the great things about having live TV is that things like this will happen, but also that we have a report on exactly what teams were called. So we will make sure that it is correct. Again, the play-in round, very important, will be Saturday, April 6th at the Soccerplex. Those will be 4 matches. And then the winners of those 4 matches and the other teams will come back and play the next day on Sunday, April 7th. So let's look at the current matchups. For the play-in games on April the 6th, Tacoma Sport for Life Blue will play against MSI Boys Gold. In the other play-in game, FC Premier Black will be going against Total Football Club Green. In the third play-in game, DC Soccer Club Blue Metros will be going up against FC Frederick Royal. And in the fourth play-in game on April 6th, DMV Gandes will be playing against Juventus Academy on April 6th at the Soccerplex. The winners of those 4 games will advance against the other teams listed here in the round of 16 on April the 7th. As I said previously, those games will be in the system by tomorrow night. And now let's move on to the 16U girls. This age group has 7 teams. So again, they will only play a single elimination format for their particular age groups, which will begin with 3 quarterfinal matches on Sunday, April 21st at the Soccerplex. Now let's go to the 16U girls.
Seed number 1 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club, Baltimore Union Select 08G. Seed number 2 is SAC Girls 2008 Premier Blue. Seed number 3 is Next Level Soccer, Next Level Athena 08 Red. Seed number 4 is A3 Soccer, A3 Wolverhampton 08G. Seed number 5 is Montgomery Soccer, MSI 2008 Girls Silver. Seed number 6 is Northern Elite Soccer Club, Northern Elite 2008 United Storm. And then seed number 9. 7. Sorry. Seed number 7 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Premier 108G.
Okay, that concludes the U16 girls draw. Again, the quarterfinals will be on Sunday, April 21st at the Soccerplex. If we look at the bracket for the 16U girls, we can see that the quarterfinal matches are A3 Wolverhampton versus MSI Girls Silver. The second quarterfinal match is SAC Girls Premier Blue versus Potomac Premier 1. And the final quarterfinal match is Next Level Athena Red versus Northern Elite United. The winners of those 3 matches will advance to the semifinals on May 19th, along with Baltimore Union Select. And now we move on to the 16U boys. There are 15 teams in this age group. Again, for the first time in the boys' age groups, Real Elite Blue will be seeded number 1. So we will start with the 2nd seed.
Seed number 2, FC Frederick 08B Royal 2. Seed number 3, SAC Boys 2008, Premier Bleu. Seed number 4, Coppermine Soccer Club, Boys 2008, Prix E64. Seed number 5 is Thunder Soccer Club, Rangers. Seed number 6 is Browser United Football Club, Browser 08, Blue. Seed number 7 is Shore FC, Shore FC Black 2008, B. Seed number 8 is FC Frederick 08B, Royal. Seed number 9 is Juventus Academy 2008, Boys Academy. Seed number 10 is Potomac Soccer Association, Potomac Black 08B. Seed number 11 is Pipeline Soccer Club, Pipeline 2008 Boys North Black. Seed number 12. Seed number 12 is Bethesda Green 2008. Seed number 13 is FC Charles 1658, FC Charles 0809 Boys Red. Seed number 14 is Baltimore Union Soccer Club, Baltimore Union Elite 08B. And seed number 15 is A3 Soccer, A3 Leicester City 08B.
So that concludes the 16U boys 15-team draw. Remember again, Real Elite Blue, clearly in this particular age group, has an advantage as they will be seeded first and will be automatically advancing into the quarterfinal round. The remaining 14 teams will play in the round of 16 on Sunday, April 7th at either the Soccerplex or Liberty Park. So let's look at the matchups for April the 7th. FC Frederick Royal will play against Juventus Academy. In the second round of 16 game, Coppermine Boys Prix E64 will play FC Charles Red. In the third round of 16 game, Thunder Soccer Club Rangers will go up against Bethesda Green. On the other side of the bracket, FC Frederick Royal 2 will play against A3 Leicester City. In the fifth round of 16 game, Shore FC Black will play against Potomac Black. In the next round of 16 games, SAC Boys Premier Blue will play against Baltimore Union Elite. And in the final matchup for April 7th, Brazza Blue will play against Pipeline Boys North Black. And now we move on to the 17 girls. In this particular age group, there are 8 teams. But one thing to please note is that for 17 and 18 divisions, they only play one match per day in the quarterfinals. In all other younger age groups, 16 and below, they will play all 3 matches on a weekend for the quarterfinals. The only change to that rule is on the day that the U15s and U16s have to play 2 matches in one day, they will be allowed to use unlimited substitutions. So now for the 17U girls, we have 8 teams, all advanced directly to the quarterfinals. FC Frederick Royal was the runner-up from last year. They have continuity and will be seeded first.
Seed number 2 is A3 Soccer, A3 Chelsea, 07G. Seed number 3 is Copper Mine Soccer Club, Copper Mine Soccer Club, Girls 2007, Blue. Seed number 4 is Juventus Academy, 2007 Girls Academy. Seed number 5 is Ellicott City Soccer Club, Ellicott City, 2007 Girls Black. Seed number 6 is FCGB Center of Excellence, 2007 Girls Pre-Academy. Seed number 7 is Tacoma Park Soccer Club, Tacoma Panthers, 2006-2007 Girls. And then seed number 8 is SAC Girls, 2007 Premier Blue.
So that concludes the 17U girls draw. As you can see, it's very important. All 8 teams will play a match on Saturday, April 20th, a match on Sunday, April 21st, and their third match will be on Sunday, May the 12th. And now let's look at the bracket. For the round robin, on this group on the left, FC Frederick Royal, SAC Girls Premier Blue, Juventus Academy, and Ellicott City Black will all play a game against each other in a round robin. On the other side of the bracket, A3 Chelsea, Tacoma Panthers, Copper Mine Girls Blue, and FCGB Center of Excellence Pre-Academy will play in a round robin against each other on those round robin weekends. The top 2 teams from each of the round robins will then advance to the semifinals on May 19th. And now we go to the 17 boys.
There's a seeded one.
Uh-oh.
It means that we'll have 2 play-in games on April the 6th. So teams number 15 through 18 seeds will play on April 6th. The winners of those 2 games, along with all other teams, will advance to Sunday, April 7th, which will be online beginning tomorrow night. In this particular age group, Baltimore Union Elite will be seeded first as the highest seeded team. So we will begin with seed number 2.
Seed number 2 is A3 Soccer, A3 Sunderland, 07B. Seed number 3, I can't speak anymore, Aspen Hill Soccer Club, 07. Seed number 4 is Only Boys and Girls Club, OBGC Rangers, Blue, 2007. Seed number 5 is SAC Boys, 2007, Premier Blue. Seed number 6 is Hartford FC United, HFC United, 2007, Boys Premier. Seed number 7 is the Player Progression Academy, PPA 2007, Green Boys. Seed number 8 is Calvert Soccer Association, CSA Crush, 07B. Seed number 9 is Montgomery Soccer, MSI, 2007, Boys Gold. Seed number 10 is City Sporting Club 2007 black. Seed number 11 is Bethesda Bethesda Green 2007. Thank you. Seed number 12 is Go Premier Soccer. Go Premier Soccer 07 black. Seed number 13. Seed number 13 is SAC Boys 2007 United Blue. Seed number 14 is DC Soccer Club Blue Metros 07. Seed number 15 is FC Millennium International, FC Millennium Juventus. Seed number 16 is FC Frederick 07B Royal 2. Seed number 17 is Liverpool FCIA Central 17U Boys. And seed number 18 is FC Frederick 07B Royal.
So that includes the draw for the 17U boys, our second largest age group of the competition for this year. Again, the play-in round will be Saturday, April 6th at the Soccerplex. That will be for the seeded 15 through 18. And the remainder of the teams, plus the winners of those two games, will play on Sunday, April 7th. Here is the bracket for 17 boys. So FC Frederick Royal will play Liverpool FCI Central on April the 6th, along with FC Millennium Juventus versus FC Frederick Royal 2. Those two games will be played on April the 6th. The winners of those two games will advance to April the 7th. Baltimore Union will play the winner of the FC Frederick Liverpool match. CSA Crush will play against MSI Boys Gold. OBGC Rangers Blue will be against SAC Boys United Blue. And on that side of the bracket, SAC Boys Premier Blue will go against Go Premier Soccer Black. On the other side of the bracket for the round of 16, A3 Sunderland will play the winner of FC Millennium, FC Frederick. Also, PPA Boys Green, Player Progression Academy, will play against City Sporting Club Black. And the final two matchups will be Aspen Hill SC versus DC Soccer Club Blue Metros. And the final round of 16 game is Hartford United Boys Premier versus Bethesda Green. And now let's move on to the 18U girls. This year of 3 teams, which means that the second and third seed will play in the semifinal on Sunday, May 19th at the Soccerplex, with the winner advancing to the finals on Saturday, June 1st at the Soccerplex to determine who will be a representative at the East Regionals.
Seed 1 is FC Frederick 0607G Royal. Seed number 2 is Baltimore Celtics Soccer 2006G Green Scarf. And seed number 3 is Liverpool FCIA Central Maryland 2006-07 girls.
So as we can see, the first match in this particular age group will be on Sunday, May 19th. That will be Baltimore Celtic versus Liverpool SCI Central. The winner of that match will advance to the finals. And here's a look at the bracket for the 18 girls. Again, Baltimore Celtic versus Liverpool on May 19th. The winner of that match versus SC Frederick Royal on Saturday, June the 1st. And now for the final age group tonight, 18U boys. Again, all 8 teams will automatically qualify for the quarterfinals. And again, they will have 1 match per day. The first match will be May 4th, the second match Sunday, May 5th, and the third match on Sunday, May 12th. And let's go ahead and begin the draw for this final group.
Seed number 1 is FC Charles 1658, FC Charles 06 Boys Red. Seed number 2 is Go Premier Soccer 06 Black. Seed number 3 is Shore FC Black 2006-2007 B. Seed number 4 is Beltsville Soccer Academy 2006. Seed number 5 is Bethesda Soccer, Bethesda Green 2006. Seed number 6 is SAC Boys 2006 Premier Blue. Seed number 7 is Ellicott City Soccer Club, Ellicott City 2006 Boys Black. And then seed number 8 is Columbia Soccer Club 2006 CSC Sparta Red EDP.
So, again, that concludes the draw for the 18U boys. Again, their beginning matches will not begin until May. The first weekend in May, they will have a match each day on Saturday and Sunday, with the third match, the final match, on Sunday, May 12th at Liberty Park. And let's look at the brackets. Remember, again, these are round robin, so the teams will play each other on each side of the bracket. On the left side, you've got FC Charles Red, CSC Sparta Red, Beltsville Soccer Academy, and Bethesda Green will all go up against each other. On the other side of the bracket, you've got Go Premier Black, Ellicott City Black, Shore FC Black, and in a little bit of a different touch, SAC Boys Premier Blue. So those 4 teams will play off against each other on the first two weekends in May. Also, let me just thank everyone for having or helping tonight with the draw. I really appreciate it, and I know the teams do as well. Just a reminder that the U19 girls and boys application deadline is Monday, April 15th. Their draw will be held on Wednesday, April 17th. Thanks again for watching tonight's program, and good luck to all the Maryland teams in this year's President's Cup competition.